Hello and welcome to all. I would like to welcome you all to the session of touch points that you can create with Synergita. I would like to introduce you to the speaker for today's session, that is Mr. Venu Mohan. He's a part of a team and he will take you through the journey of touch points that you can create with Synergita. Over to you, Mohan.
Thank you, Manali. So, thanks everyone for joining the session. So, we are going to take the topics of touch points that you can create with Synergita. So, let me introduce myself. So, myself working as a pre-sales consultant and for Synergita for a couple of years. And these are the housekeeping instructions. All phones are set to mute. If you have any questions, please type them in the chat window located beside the presentation panel. We will continue to collect more questions during the session as we receive, and we will try to answer them during today's session. If you didn't receive any answers to your questions today, you will certainly receive answers via email shortly. Thank you for your participation and enjoy the session. To set up an agenda of the session, so there are 4 topics. The first one is employee engagement survey. Second one is confirmation cycle, and followed by birthday and anniversary reminders. And the last one is rewards and recognition. Let me quickly jump to the first topic, employee engagement survey. Engagement survey is a process of keeping feedback and suggestions from all the employees through structured survey. So outcome of the survey would be a valuable input for the organization growth. The employee views and feedback is a crucial building in engaged and people-centric work culture. And all well-wishers in building organization and employees will grow together in creating a world-class organization. And employee engagement survey will enable you to evolve a great place to work. So if you refer the screenshots below the content, so these are the few examples you can initiate a survey within the organizations. The survey can be initiated at any point of time with respect to your organization process. Take an example of during the end of an year, you can run a survey to get a feedback from your employees. So the survey can be with respect to their work culture, job satisfaction, or facilities, so or opportunities of growth. So these topics you can cover as a survey, and you can get related feedbacks from your valuable employees, and the HR team can easily take all the inputs and create an opportunity in the organizations. And Synergita is very easy and user-friendly software to conduct a survey in your organization, and also the HR team can easily generate reports based on employee feedback. So the reports will be full of statistical informations. So these will help them to understand in a better way. So if you see the screenshots below the content, so you can easily identify number of percentage those who agreed with the topics and the number of those persons not agreed with the topics. So by the way, with respect to different categories, so easily HR team can connect with respective persons to create an opportunity and take it forward. Okay. And similarly, you can generate reports based on different categories. So how many percentage of the persons are good in the sales aspects, or how many percentage are they are good in the quality from the organization's part. So these categories easily can be configured, and also you can set the different set of configurable questions based on your organization process. And the screenshot will easily show you the report section. So the left hand side, you can see the categories we have configuredly created for your organization, and the different set of questions which you want to initiate a survey for your employees. And you can see the high-level statistical reports, also agreed, neither agreed, strongly agreed. So these data can be easily pulled out on Excel sheet format. So let me show you the Excel sheet format we pulled out from our system. So this is an example of the survey we have initiated in Synergita. So here you can easily see number of persons agreed with respect to employee names, primary manager, departments, and these reports are configurable and we can pull out the data however you want it. And also you can see the question and answers. What are the questions you have defined for the survey? And based on that, you can see the feedbacks also. So these will be very efficient for your organizations to build a great place to work culture in your organization. And HR team can easily identify what are the opportunities we need to create it to improve our culture in organizations. And similarly, you can pull out the report in a graphical presentations, so which helps you to present the same with your top management meeting, and also the HR can easily create it and the team can easily understand about the survey output. Okay. And if you have any questions with respect to employee engagement survey, so please drop your questions in chat box. So I'm happy to assist you here. As of now, I have not received any questions. So let me quickly jump to the next topic. So next topic is confirmation cycle. So each and every organization has a probation period for new joiners. And after 6 months, the employee will be considered as a permanent employee. Most of the companies following this process manually. Synergita take the initiative to bring this process under automation. You can align the new joiners in a group to initiate the confirmation cycle. So manager can share a feedback and one-on-one discussion with an employee. After manager confirmation, so employee will be considered as a permanent employee. So with Synergita, you can create a separate cycle to confirm your employee probation period. And you can align them in a group of employees in the cycle to get the manager approval at the end of 6 months or 3 months. It's up to your organization process. And you can complete the full cycle within 1 or 2, 3 clicks. And let me show you the same in the system. So how it's very easy to initiate the confirmation cycle for your probation employees. So here I will log in as an HR and I will show you how you can initiate it. So let me consider as Harry as a HR here. So it's very pretty simple. Within a couple of minutes, as a HR can initiate the confirmation cycle for the list of employees. The only thing you have to do is you need to get into manage feedback cycle, and you have to create an cycle name as confirmation cycle, and you have to give the descriptions and when you want to initiate it, the start date and end date, and you can choose the reviewer group. So this reviewer group will be full of the respective managers, and if you want to nominate any of your cross-departmental functional managers to give a feedback for an employee, that also possible. And then you can give a save and continue, and you can choose an employee from the list. So easily with the help of such abilities, you can pick the probation employees from the list and you can initiate the cycle within a couple of minutes. It's pretty simple from the HR point of view. So you can have all these feedbacks as logged in Synergita. So whenever the manager wants to have a look into it, so manager can easily review the feedbacks and everything from the single screen. So do you have any questions with respect to confirmation cycle? So please let me know your questions in chat box. So I'm happy to answer you for all the questions. So for now, I have not received any questions. So let me quickly jump to the next topic. So the next topics we're gonna see is birthday and anniversary reminders. So Synergita helps the organization to share a personal note wishing employees on their birthday and anniversary so you never miss the occasion. Synergita has the powerful notification engine to send reminders to HR manager, employees, peers, and colleagues regarding birthday wishes. Sure. So I have received a question from Vinod Kumar to repeat the step regarding the confirmation cycle. So let me go back to the confirmation cycle and let me explain you again. So regarding the confirmation cycle, it's something very similar. You can do it at any point of time, and you can easily create a cycle within a couple of clicks. So you can easily refer the screenshots below the content. You can choose the respective persons, those who joined in February month or March month. You can align them as a group, and you can go to the system, and let me show you how you can do it easily. So here, you need to only have to do is you have to create a new cycle with a cycle name. So it's a profession employee confirmation cycle. Whatever name you want to give it for the confirmation cycle, you can do it, and you can choose the templates with respect to different set of questions you want to get a feedback from the respective managers and an employee, and you can give the description about the cycle, so why the cycle it is, and you can initiate the cycle at any point of time. So you can just give to the start date and the end date. So when you want the cycle have to be initiated, and within a couple of weeks or within a month, the cycle has to be closed. So you can give the start date and end date, and you can choose the reviewer groups. So for the confirmation cycle, so most probably the manager would give you the recommended feedbacks to the employee. Else sometimes the team leaders will give the feedbacks to an employee. So by the way, you can easily create a review group, and you can choose which review group is going to give the feedback for the probation period employees. And we can create a unique workflow for the confirmation cycle based on your process. And you can have to initiate, save, and continue. Then the next step will be the employee list. So you can easily choose the employee from the list. So who are eligible for the confirmation cycle, and you can use the search abilities, and you can choose couple of number of peoples, those who eligible for the confirmation cycle. You can choose, select them, and you can add to the list. So automatically the persons will be added to the employee list. And if you want to remove any from the list, you can simply click and you can remove from here itself. And next you can save and you can confirm them for the cycle. That's it. So only the 3 activities the HR team have to initiate it for the confirmation cycle. Okay. So once the save and continue have initiated, so automatically the notifications will be triggered to the respective managers and the probation period employee. So they can, the both of them, they can give their feedbacks and they can conduct one-on-one meeting to discuss about the performance, and at last manager can confirm the employee for the as a regular employee or permanent employee. So did I answer your question, Vinod Kumar? So, or do you want to have any more clarifications or any more questions with respect to confirmation cycle? Okay. Okay, so let me get into the next topic. Oh, thank you, Vinod Kumar. Thanks for your response. So let me get into the next topic, and it's okay. The next topic is birthday and anniversary reminders. So as I said, with Synergita, you can easily send birthday reminders to your respective managers and team leaders, so they can plan or arrange an event for their birthday team members, or they can have an outing with their team members. So these all activities will help to create a very good culture within the team. and also in overall it will help you to get a very good employees engagement between the management and an employee. So Synergita helps you to improve the engagement in your organizations. So we used to trigger notifications to the respective HR partners and the respective team members and team leader. So they will be notified like the screenshots you've seen in the below the content. So these are the person's team members birthday is going to be on 22nd June. So the respective managers can take an initiative to plan something or take them out for a dinner or a breakfast, or they can plan some events inside their cabin to celebrate their occasions. So these will delight them employee to perform well, and it will reduce the attritions in your organizations, and definitely 100% it will create a healthy culture in your organization, and also it build a rapport between a manager and an employee. So if we build a good relationship between a manager and a team member, of course the performance will be improved, and also the organizations can meet their organization objective on time basis. Okay. And any questions with respect to or anniversary reminders or birthday? Okay, and let me show you how you can easily add the reminders and email template. And here you can see the related screenshot. So it's very simple. You have to give the reminders name and the description, and you can have the separate email notification, reminder notification template for the birthday reminders. And you can, HR team can easily set the reminders within every 2 days. The reminders have to be triggered to the respective managers and HR partner. Or these days escalations, you can set it accordingly, and you can take it forward from there. And
customers.
Thanks for the question, Suchita Rani. So you can we customize it by adding some pictures? So we have only the content. You can customize the template, and we can't add any pictures into it, but we can add your comments and wishes in a content manner, and you can send the reminders to them. So that is that capability we have it in system, and the pictures is not available for the notifications, notifications and reminders. And for now, you can trigger the notifications with commands and wishes to your employees, and you can notify to your team leaders and managers too. Okay. Thanks, Sujita Rani. So this is the screenshots. You can easily add reminders, and you can do that. So you don't want to call your respective managers to notify them like so they have can I know how many people are in the organization is going to be celebrate. So these kind of manual activities can be avoided, and they can do it in an automated way. Yes, and I have received an question from Divya Puri. Can these be sent directly to employees as well? Yes, you can do that. Okay. Thanks, Divya. And let me get into the next topic. Next topic is rewards and recognitions. It's a very interesting one, and it's an innovative feature we have it in Synergita. So it's something like a social media wall. You can directly have a conversations with your employee in a real-time basis. So your managers or team leaders or peer or anyone in the organizations, they don't want to wait certain time period to have a conversations or share a feedback to your employees. You can use this as an effective manner to share a real-time feedback. So let me give us some description about rewards and recognitions. So employee recognition is a communication tool that reinforces and rewards the most important outcomes that people create for your business. So employees' response to appreciation at work, especially when it is expressed through recognitions for their efforts, because it confirms their workers' value. A simple thank you goes a long way and will not only make your employees feel good, but will actually benefit your business in process like productivity, job satisfaction, employee happiness, retention, loyalty, and team culture. Okay. And if you see, and Synergita also helps the organization and your employees to motivate, and also you can reward your employees, and it enables the manager to award an employee performance on the continuous feedback wall. So manager can award a virtual trophy to your employees on his or her wall, motivating the employee to reach greater heights each time. So manager can share their feedback rewards to his team members instantly. So the key focus of the continuous feedback wall is, so we want to build a healthy culture in between the manager and an employee, and they don't want to wait for certain time duration to share a feedback, like a quarterly or 6 months once or annual period of time. So whenever want to share a feedback to an employee or do a spot appreciations, so manager or anyone from the organization, they can use this continuous feedback wall to do it in an very instant way. And if you see the screenshot is a few example of the continuous feedback. So it's very simple. You have to do this only 3 activities to post a comment or share a feedback or appreciate an employee. So here you can easily choose an employee, and you can choose the categories and awards, and you can post it. So let me show you that how you can easily do it from Synergita. So let me log in as a manager. So here, let me consider Ravi as a manager. And you can easily see the UI user friendly. You can see the engagement tab, and you can see the continuous feedback wall. And as a manager, they can easily do the appreciations, and they can share good feedback to their employee quickly. So the thing they have to only do is they have to click the add button, and they can choose the team members from their team. So whoever want to be appreciated, or whoever want to do a spot appreciations, or they have done a great job for the couple of weeks, or they have acquired a big company with 10,000 users, customers to a company. So they have to be awarded, or they have to be appreciated quickly. So you can choose the employee from the list, and you can choose the categories. So if you see, these categories are fully configurable. So these categories we can modify it according to your organizations. So either it's a one-on meeting, or appreciations, or awards, or area of improvements. So number of categories we can create it easily. And let us take it as an example of awards, and you can choose the awards from here. And these awards nomenclatures are fully configurable, and you can have your own awards pictures and nomenclatures to post a comment. So only within 1 or 2 minutes is required to post a comment to an employee. And also the post will be instantly showcased to an employee, and they can also have a two-way communications for the post. And these will motivate an employee to perform well in the upcoming days. So, and also we can set the visibility as public and private. So take it as an example of award function, or employee of the month, or employee of the year. So these posts will be visible to entire organizations, entire employees. So all employees will came to know about it. The person Abhilash has as the employee of the year. So you can easily share the wishes and comments to the particular person. And take an example of 1 minute. So I have a question again from Divya Puri. So can reward systems have a workflow approval? So the reward systems will not work with like a workflow. So it's something like a common wall to post your feedback. So take an example like LinkedIn, professional websites like LinkedIn, and you can also create a social media wall like Twitter or Facebook. It's something similar to the home wall. So anybody in your organizations, they have the access to this page, and with respect to managers, they have the add option to appreciate an employee. So we can set the visibility accordingly. Okay. And also to add one more point with the rewards and recognitions, take an example of area of improvements. So these area of improvements category will be very confidential to with respect to manager and an employee. So if the manager wants to share any concerns, so the Arun has not performed in the project with to meet the client expectations. So manager can share some good inputs to perform well in the upcoming days. So these inputs on area of improvements, the feedbacks will be confidential to the respective Arun and also the respective manager. So no other person in the organizations will know about it. So they can have the regular conversation for the post. And these categories can be created with respect to different set of access and restricted permissions. And also we have to make it very user friendly, we have an Outlook plugin here, and we can easily configure with your official Outlook email, and your managers or your peer or a CEO of the company or employee doesn't need to log into Synergita to post a comment or appreciate an employee. So they can do it everything from their official Outlook email. And also we have recently launched the mobile application for the continuous feedback. It is available in both Android and iOS. So wherever you are, you can easily download the application from the Google Play Store and App Store. And the only thing you need the registered user ID with Synergita to log into the application. And you can see your team members and you can share a real-time feedback from the mobile application too. So let me show you some of the design screens of the mobile application. So that will be very helpful to understand how easy our software with respect to continuous feedback work. Okay. So meanwhile, if you have any questions with respect to rewards and recognitions, please drop an email. Please drop a comment in the chat box. So I will answer your questions with the right solution. So here you go. You can see some of the mobile app design screens. And this is a home screen. So as I said earlier, you need only your registered user ID with respect to the organizations, like your Arun at aspire.com, the registered email ID. They need only the email ID to log in the screen. And you can see your home screen with respect to your the dashboard, continuous feedback wall, and everything. And as a manager, I can see my team profile informations too. And as an individual or an employee, I can see only my appreciations and feedback received from the different people. And initially, we have launched the application only with continuous feedback wall. And also, we have giving more priority to mobile application development. And also, we are planning to build the application along with goal status and goals feedback. And you can see your feedback status, the goals progress, goals completed, everything in the dashboard page. So these we have planned it in the next our enhancement release. So we are already initiate the working process, and we will be released soon in the next in another 3 months or 4 months, and you all will be notified with an updates too. And this is the screen. As a manager, I can see all my team profile informations here. So within the single click, you can instantly share your feedback. So that right now I place my cursor there, so you can easily click and you can share a feedback to them instantly. And this is the continuous feedback wall. You can see the post, and other persons can, if it is an appreciation, other persons can share their wishes and comment for the post. And if there is any other categories like confidential notes or area of improvement, so it will be restricted to only John and George. So other persons will not be able to know it. So here you can see all the feedback and the conversation, two-way conversation screen. And this is the ad page. You can see the icon here below, the plus symbol. It's very simple. You can easily click and you can pick your employee from the list, and you can put on which category you want to appreciate or give your feedback to them, and you can post a comment with quickly. So you don't want the desktop or laptop to do this, to share a real-time feedback. The only thing you have, all of you have your smartphones and iPhones in your hand. So wherever you are, you can easily post a feedbacks and comments to your employees. So by the way, you can build organizations in a healthy manner, and you can share the feedback quickly to your employees to improve your productivity and engagement between the employees and managers. So these continuous feedbacks, you can make use of it in a very healthy and efficient way, and I'm 100% sure it improve your productivity and organize efficiency with respect to performance from the employee point of view. Okay. And if you have any questions, please drop your questions in the chat box. So I'm happy to assist you with a solution. Yeah. I have received a few questions from Vinod Kumar. So the first question is, employee engagement survey, is this available in Android and iOS? Vinod, so to answer your first question, so initially we have launched the mobile application only with the continuous feedback feature, and you can share the real-time feedback into them, and other features like the goals, the survey, this is not released in the current version, but we have it everything in the roadmap. So once we come up with every 3 months, we do the release with the enhancement features, and by the way, you can get it more features and it make an use of it with respect to performance and goals management too. And the second question is, an employee engagement survey will be sent as a link to the employee, or employee has a login to Synergita to complete the survey? Very good question. So it's something very similar to the annual appraisal process you're doing it in your organization. So you can easily initiate a survey from the HR side, and they will get the pending activity in the dashboard. So if you log in as an employee or manager or anyone in the organization, so they have a widget is called pending activity. So in the pending activity, they would have a link like yet to provide a survey for the customer satisfaction. So they can click and they can see the list of questions. And in that questions, they can answer it. Let me show you the screenshot again. So that will help you to understand in a better way for you. So here the screenshot is. So during the end of the year or every 6 months once, you can change your homepage with the different descriptions to conduct a survey. And you can see, give the instructions and everything about your survey you are going to conduct in your organizations. And similarly, there will be an icon. They can simply click and they can get into the, to give the feedback to the survey questions. And the next screenshots will give you the better understanding. So here you can see different set of questions. So these questions are fully configurable, I promise you, and you can set different rating scales to get a feedback from your employee. And based on that, you can get a statistical report for the survey. And this will be happen everything within the system. They can, once they get a login, they will have a link in the pending activity. They can click and they can do it. Or else in the dashboard itself, they can see the icon, the button here. They can simply click and they can directly get into the action items to proceed with the survey process. Vinod Kumar, can you hear me now? So I had a message from you that you can't hear me at all. So can you hear me now? Fantastic. So did I want to repeat the information about employee engagement survey again, or you have listened to it already? Okay, no problem, Vinod Kumar. So let me repeat it again. So employee engagement survey, for the first question, the Android and iOS application is only available for the continuous feedback feature for now, and we giving more priority to mobile application development, and we keep on adding more features into it, and as days goes, you can make use of it. So for now, the mobile application is only with respect to continuous feedback wall to share a quick feedback to your employees. And other goals management, the feedback status wall, and other activities will be come one by one on every enhancement release. We will do the release for every 3 months. And to answer your second question, so employee engagement survey will be sent as a link to the employee, or employee has to log into Synergita to complete the survey. So every organization employee will have their login ID, so they can easily log into the system and they can see the activity in their pending activity widget. So if you see the screenshots in your desktop, so you can modify your home screen with respect to the survey descriptions and everything. So you can conduct survey on every December or end of the year or end of the financial year. You can get a feedback from an employee. To make aware about it, you can give a highlights about the survey. So everybody logs in so they can easily know, so we need to proceed with the survey, need to give the feedback for the survey questions. So let me show you the next screen. So these questions are fully configurable. You can set it accordingly, what are the questions you want to set, and what are the based on that you can configure the rating skills also. And these all things, they have to log into system and they have to give the feedback for different set of questions. Okay. And I have received one more questions. Can we trigger survey as per our recommend example? Yes, you can. So that is what the system, the Synergita is configurable to initiate a survey whenever you want it. So some organizations would want to initiate a survey once in a year. Few organizations will do it like 6 months once. And if you want to do the survey for every 3 months quarterly, you can do that. And you have to initiate this. So these conversations reports will be data can be triggered, pulled out only from the HR point of view. So individuals, they will give their own feedbacks to the questions. It will not be visible to anybody. So the end of the day, the HR team going to pull out the report and they're going to take out or create an opportunity based on the feedbacks received from the employee. Okay. So any other questions from participants? Okay. Okay. So regarding to conduct the survey in anonymous way, so the survey you're going to conduct for your organization employees only, and these names, if you want to hide it with respect to the departments or something like it, or else, can you brief me with an example, so it will be better for me to answer you. Vinod, can you give me some brief note about the fifth question, so it will be help me to answer you with this proper solution. Okay, I understood. So you want to conduct a survey about your supervisor to get a feedback from the respective team members, is it right? Perfect. Yes. So these survey will not be shown to the respective supervisors. So it will not. So the feedback is only given by the respective team members. So this will not have the access or any notification to the respective supervisors. So only the HR going to initiate it. So the feedbacks will be, they can submit it and they will be notified only to the HR team. So no other persons will not aware about the questions and everything. It will be very confidential from the supervisor and the other managers. So HR can take an input and HR can schedule a meeting or can discuss with supervisors based on the inputs received from the respective team members. So did I answer your question, Vinod Kumar, or do you want more information from it? Perfect, Vinod. So thanks for your very interesting sessions and more questions from your point of view, from your side. And anybody else, do you want to ask me any questions with respect to employee engagement? And I have I mean, to anonymous survey means you want to hide the employee's name also, whoever giving the feedback to the, okay. So that point I will check and I will let you know the anonymous survey, and I will drop an email to you. Okay. Thank you, Vinod Kumar. Most welcome. And so, if is there anybody have any other questions with respect to employee engagement survey or rewards and recognitions, birthday and anniversary reminders, and confirmation cycles? Okay, fine. So as of now, I have not received any questions. So to conclude the session, so we had a great time to discuss about the four topics like employee engagement survey, anniversary reminders, and the continuous feedback wall. So if you have any questions, you can drop an email, and I will definitely reply you, Vinod Kumar. So no worries. And if you want more information, so please drop an email to support@synergita.com, and you can use the link to get more information about Synergita and the features in very brief about it. Thank you. Thanks for everybody for the participation. Have a great day.